Hello class, welcome. I am your English teacher Gaurav Rai. Welcome you on the onset of online learning class. Today we will read chapter first of class 7th standard. Three questions. Today we will read from page number 9. Come on the topic. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? The three questions that are put by the king for hermit, for the wise hermit. The question is, first question is, how can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? How can I know that what is the right thing to do at a proper time, right time? And who are the people I need most? Who are the people that are important for me? And what are the affairs, what are the business that are most important? The hermit listened to the king but didn't speak. He went on digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work in your place. The hermit was listening the questions of the king, but he didn't reply. He was continue in his work digging the earth. He was digging the earth continuously. The king said to him, you are tired. Let me take the spade. Please give me spade. Favda. In Hindi you can say it. And work in your place. Kudal. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king this spade. Then he sat down on the ground. The hermit, the wise man, said thank you to the king, and he had given his spade to him and sat on the ground. When the king had dug two beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer, but stood up, stretching out his hand for the spade, and said, now you rest and let me work. When the king had dug two beds, when the king started to dig the earth, to till the earth by his spade, and he had only dug two beds. Beds means small patches of ground for plants. On that time he stopped and he started to repeat his questions once again. The hermit didn't reply but stood up and he stretched, unfurled, stretching out. It means putting out, opening his hand for the spade, for taking spade, and said, now you rest and let me work. I will work. You must rest. But the king didn't give him the spade and continued to dig. But the king didn't give him the spade, and he was digging the earth. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me and I will return home. 1 hour passed, then another. After that, the sun went down behind the trees. And last, the king stuck. What do you mean by the word stuck? Fixed. Kept. The king kept the spade into the ground on the earth and said, I come to you, wise man, intellect man, wise man, for an answer to my questions. I have come here to know about the answer of my questions. And if you can give me no answer, tell me so. If you will not reply me, tell me. I will return home. I will return to my home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. The king. And after that, hermit, the wise man, the sage said that someone is coming towards ashram. The king turned and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. From in this second portion of the story, the king turned round and the king saw that there was a bearded man. Bearded man means with hair growth on the chin, running towards them, and his hands were pressed, and he has pressed his hands against his stomach, near his stomach, and from his stomach blood was flowing, blood was coming. When the bearded man reached near the king, he fainted. Fainted means lost consciousness. He became unaware and fell into the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing. After that, the king and the hermit sage opened his clothes, and they found a large wound in his stomach. And they found their large wound. There was some damage. They got their wound. He was hurt by someone in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief. The king washed his wound and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. But the blood was not checking. The blood was coming continuously, flowing continuous. The king redressed. What do you mean by the word redressed? Dressed again. Started to cure. Started to bandage the wound. Redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The king was redressing the wound at the last moment till the blood would stop to flow. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. By this time the sun had set and the air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his work and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept throughout the night. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. The king, the man felt better. The wounded man, the bearded man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and provided him fresh water. By this by this time the sun had set, and it was the time of evening. The sun had been set. The air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut. The king and the hermit, both of them, brought the wounded man inside the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and he lay quiet. He lay silently on the bed. The king tried, tired by his walk and the work he had done. The king was also tired, so he lay down. He took his position on the floor and slept through the night. When he awoke the next morning, it was several minutes before he could remember, and he could remember several minutes ago where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. The king was thinking about the bearded man who was lying on the bed. On that time, the king heard something. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the king was awake. "Forgive me." Forgive means pardon. Maaf karo. Pardon me, said the bearded man in a weak voice. The voice was weak. When he saw that the king was awake. When the bearded man got that king was awake. "I don't know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. The king said that, "I don't know you and you have done nothing. So why are you telling to forgive me? You don't know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew you had gone all alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed and you didn't return, so I left my hiding place and came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant, and I will order faithful servant and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me." The bearded man, the wounded man, said that, "I know you. I am that enemy. I am your opponent. I am your enemy. I am your foe who swore revenge. I have swore. What do you mean by word swore? Took an oath. Sapat lena. I have taken swore to revenge you, to avenge, badla lena. Because you put my brother to death and seized my property. Because you have killed my brother and seized. You have taken my property with force. So I had taken oath to revenge you. I knew you had gone alone. I knew that you are going alone to meet with the hermit. So I had made my mind that I will kill you when you will return from the hermit's hut. So when you had not come, I had left my hiding place and came upon your bodyguard. And I came in front of your bodyguard, and they recognized me. They recognized me. They knew me and wounded me, and they hurt me. By chance, I escaped from him, but I should have died, but I have been died if you have not redressed my wound. So please forgive me, and I say to you that I will be your most faithful servant, loyal and true servant, and I will order my son to do the same. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as friend. He not only forgave him but said he would send his servants and his own doctor to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property. The king was very happy because he had made friendship peace with his enemy, with his opponent very easily, to have won him over as a friend, and he had become friend. Both of them became friend. The king was very happy because he became friend of his enemy, and he not only forgave, pardoned him, but also the king sent his servants and his own doctor to look after the wounded man. And the king promised to give back the man his property. The king promised that he would return his property also. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to get answer to his questions. The hermit was on his knees sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. The king went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." When the king was going to leave, he was going to return. He was returning from the hermit's hut. Last time, he said, leaving the wounded man, the king went up the hut and looked round for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once. Before returning to his kingdom, the king wanted to get answers to his questions, and the hermit was on his knees. The hermit was bent and he was sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug. He said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." The king requested to the hermit to know about the answer of the question when he was going to return to his place. "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still bending down to the ground and looking up at the king as he stood before him. The hermit replied that you had known the answer. When the hermit, the sage, was bending and looking up at the king, he stood before him. He stood in front of him and he said that you have known the answers of the questions already. How have I been answered? What do you mean? What are you saying, sir? Do you not see? Replied the hermit. If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you and you would have wished you had stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds. So the hermit replied that, do you not see? Hermit replied, if you had not pitied my weakness, if yesterday you have not shown pity on my weakness and had not dug these beds, and if you had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away, you have been returned. And then that man, the bearded man, the bearded man would have attacked you, and you have wished you had stayed with me. But you had stayed with me when you had shown pity upon me. So the most important time, there is a first question. He got the answer of the first question, that is, what is the right time to begin something? So the hermit, the wise man, replied that the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man to do me good was your most important business. And the second question answer is that what is which people should he listen to? For this, the answer is that so the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man. Second question answer is I was the most important man, and do me good was your most important business. And the third question is what is the most important thing for him to do? So the third question answer is do me good, do the goodness of the hermit was important business of the king. Afterwards, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him, because you have not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. And on that time, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were carrying him. It was the most important time when you are carrying the wounded man, the bearded man. Because if you had not dressed his wounds, cured his wounds, he would have died without having made peace, without making entreaty peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. So your most important business is doing goodness of the man. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. And after that, the hermit said that the only important time is now. Its most important time is now, present, because no one knows that what will happen in future. Come on, the next. The most necessary person is the person you are with a particular moment, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else. The most important business is to do that person good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. And what is the most important person? Is the person you are with a particular moment. In a particular moment means that on the same time, on the present time, you live with the person. That person is important for you, and that is a particular moment, singular moment for you, because no one knows what will happen in the future, whether we will meet anyone else or not. And the most important business is to do that person good, and it is our responsibility to do good of others, to help others, to good others. because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone, because God has sent us in this realm of world to help others. So the important time is particular moment, because no one knows what will happen in future. So it is our duty to serve others